looking back, that was your first touchdown since the Hawaii game a couple of years ago. What's going through your mind when you picked that ball up into the end zone there?
I was just like, get into the end zone. I mean, just right there, just get into the end zone. And I got in, so it was a good moment.
Did you did you get flashbacks to your running backs days or anything like that, holding the ball?
Not really. I was just like, don't celebrate. I didn't want to try to celebrate before and stuff and get it called back. Like a picture of Coach Bull just flashed into my head. I was like, just get into the end zone. So, yeah, it was good, though. It was definitely a good experience.
I know in the off-season we talked a lot about takeaways and getting more of those this year, but did you expect it to, come to fruition quite like this so early?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, we've definitely worked hard this whole off-season, and we're definitely confident in our abilities, and we trust each other, and we're playing well together. And it's like, just hearing that these 3 games, we've had defensive touchdown. That's big. That's big time for our defense. Mm-hmm. And just shows, how much more we've improved since last year.
You've been here for a while, and that. The way last year went. What's it like to see the conference schedule start the way it has this year for you guys?
It's great. I mean, we're, like I said, we're all confident right now. Things are going good. We struggled at times, but we know that we definitely have a lot of ability, and we definitely have a lot of potential too. So we just got to finish out the season, keep getting better, keep learning, and just keep working hard.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you don't want to. You seniors probably don't try to think like this, but it's like, this is my last game against CSU. Yeah. The last time playing Air Force. What's it? Looking back on it now, what's it like to see those games go the way you want them to?
It definitely, we do think about it sometimes. And me and Lucas were talking about it, man, even before the CSU game, we were in the locker room. We were like, see all the seniors, like, man, this is our last time playing at this stadium, playing in this Border Wars, and probably even playing at that CSU stadium, because I don't know if they're gonna tear it down, but I know they got the new one coming up. So it's just like, we want to go out on top, and we went out on top, and then having playing Air Force, and like the kind of rivalry that it's become, it's always a fun game to play in, and we always got to switch it up. It's a pretty physical game, but they came in here, and we got the win, and a big win too. They were undefeated, and it just feels good. We just want to keep that train rolling. So.
Were you getting nervous there? You're up 22 points.
Yeah. At the end, me and Dewey were arguing a little bit. At the end, had some miscommunication. But yeah, we can't. We just got to be able to finish games out. And I know we can do it, but we just, we got to continue just for all 4 quarters. That focus, that intensity, and then just keep the fight in us all 4 quarters, not just for majority of the game, and then give them a chance to come back. So definitely was a little nervous, but we just kept working hard, kept sticking to it, one play at a time, and then we got the win.
Now that it's over with, just how difficult was that Air Force offense to prepare for?
I mean, they're different. It's different, we got to switch up our whole defense, but it's. We just do what we do for each week. Each week we prepare for the team that we got to play that weekend. So we played them last year. We had film from the last couple years. They run the same stuff. So it was just getting up in the film room and familiarizing yourself with their plays and their formations, and then just executing your job, focusing on your key and hitting your fit. For Lucas, it was hit the fullback every time. Lucas and Logan hit the fullback every time. So. He was hitting fullback all the time, and that's how you win the game. Is everyone doing their job as fast as they can, and that's how we got the win.
I know the bye week was pretty late last year. I think it was before your last game of the season. Is this a little nicer to have it kind of more in the middle for you?
Definitely is, and especially after playing Air Force too, just because you got to switch up the whole defense. So now it's like, okay, let's readjust to the stuff that we run defensively as Wyoming Cowboys. And then let's get some time to recover a little bit too. Maybe not have as physical as practice, like full pads or whatnot this week. But I think it's just time to recover a little bit. It's gonna be good.
Last year at this time you guys were 0-6. Did you think it was possible that a year later you'd be 4-2 with a win over teams like Air Force and Northern Illinois at this point?
I mean, like even last year. Yeah, we struggled, but we had times where we would play really well. We played well, but we give up a big play here or there. But it was like it's pretty much all the same guys, and everyone has these same abilities, but it's just now we know what we're doing. So that that's just the difference from last year to this year and the confident level. So I didn't think you always start off the season wanting the best and wishing the best, but it's just knowing that each week, seeing how we were playing and knowing that we can compete with everybody, that definitely put some confidence in us. And then now, 2-0 in the conference is feeling pretty good.
I know everybody said that, the locker room's a little more positive, a little more confident, but is it all that different now from, say, the Northern Illinois game even, or was it kind of something that's been there all year for you guys?
I mean, it's really been there all year, just going through the whole offseason and grinding and always reminding each other, what we had to go through last year and how we don't want to repeat that and how we want to be better, how we got something to prove to everybody, so we owe everybody something. So that's just the mindset that we have going into each week, and that's the mindset that we're going to bring, even to this bye week right now.
Right.
We're still going to get better. We're still trying to improve, and that's the mindset of the coaches and the players. So we're going to get better this week, and then next week we're going to get even more better. Then when it comes game time against Nevada, we're going to be ready to play, and then after that we're going to switch our focus to the next opponent, Boise State. And that's just that's what we got to do.
Is there one moment that comes to mind this season where, I'm sure you thought you were a better team, but you were like, man, this team's pretty good?
Man, sweet this past weekend, just 2-0 in conference, beating an undefeated Air Force team, coming into our stadium, having a great environment to play in, and then just coming out and playing the way we did. I feel, I think everyone's feeling good right now, and I think just that, that confidence level needs to just, continue to just be a positive thing for this team, and we need to continue to feed off that. I think we will too. So.
I don't think you guys have lost at home since the last border war. Are you starting to feel a little bit of a home field advantage there at the war?
It's hopefully, definitely when you come home, you want to protect this house. You don't want to lose that home. So we definitely are trying to give, the people something to cheer for, and definitely trying to keep that streak going.
In this game, there's been multiple times this year, like thinking back to, I don't know, maybe the UC Davis game where they had that fumble return for a touchdown, or even Northern Illinois, a couple big plays that they had where it looked like, for a young team, this could be a slippery slope kind of moment where things go off the rails, but you guys were able to bounce back. Have you noticed more of a maturity with this team where they don't let that happen?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a high level of maturity in this team. We've definitely improved on that, and that's something that the coaches will say to us too. And that's something that you could just see, just because, like I said, that's the difference between last year and this year is having that level of maturity and just guys being able to do their job, being able to stay focused on the next play, one play at a time. And just getting it done.
Nice to get a little rest this week during the bye week, or how'd that go for you?
It was good. We could practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then had Friday off, so I got to go home and watch NC play Sheridan. Obviously we lost, but it was nice to go back home and see the family and go hunting with my dad, so it was good.
Okay. Any luck hunting?
No. No. There was I shot at a few, but there was probably a mixture of me probably not being a very good shot. My scope might not have been on, and it was really windy on Friday, so that could have played a role in it.
Gotcha. What was it like being back? Did a lot of people kind of come up and talk to you about Wyoming football, everything like that?
A little bit. A lot of my coaches actually I keep in touch with, especially Coach Anderson, because I've really gotten close with him over the past few years. But yeah, I got to see some of my teachers from high school. It was good. It was good to see all those people.
Was that, I'm guessing, the first time you've been able to go back, right? Since the season started, at least.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Just kind of halfway through the season, how do you think the first half has gone for you?
I think it's going pretty good. There's always things I could do better, but for the most part, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. And for this next half of the season, I want to just keep improving. So.
I think against Air Force, you got your first sack. Is that right?
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It was pretty cool. I had Army call to trip him up, but it was good.
I think that was right after Carl got hurt. So was that nice to kind of? Not that you're gonna replace Carl, but to kind of maybe lift the team spirits a little bit after that.
Yeah, it was good. We were in hopes that Carl wouldn't be too bad of a knee injury, but it ended up in the worst case. So yeah, I think it was pretty good to get a sack like that.
Being a Wyoming kid, what's it been like to see the team, it looks like, start to turn a corner and have the success that it's had so far?
It's awesome to see it in my first year of actually playing. It's pretty cool. Coach Bull they always said it's a process, and a lot of people don't realize how much of a process it truly is.
Right.
All the fans. It really is a process. It takes a lot of effort. They got to recruit the kind of guys that they want in the system. So yeah, it's just nice that it's starting to pay off. Hopefully we can get some more wins this next half of the season.
Do you feel like you have maybe a little bit of a better kind of finger on the pulse of the fan base and everything, being a Wyoming kid? Just got it knowing really what everybody does feel about the program.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, I mean, growing up here for, I don't know, I think I've been here 14 years. Yeah, basically, we used to live in Cody and then moved to Casper, so I mean, I've always had an idea of Wyoming for my family, so it's pretty
So is it safe to say right now people are pretty happy with the way things are going from up in Casper?
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, I would hope so.
Just, from the beginning of the season to now, what is it just kind of a comfort level thing for you? What do you think is kind of improved most on your end?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be a comfort level in terms of the defense, knowing the defense, and just being comfortable and confident in what my assignment is every play. So, yeah, I would definitely say that. From the beginning of the game, I was a little bit nervous, coming out at night game, Northern Illinois.
Right.
But yeah, I think I've made some improvement from that first game to now.
How helpful has Lucas been to have kind of a senior by you like that?
We got a little bit more than that. Yeah, I don't know if I would be here if I was. I mean, I'd be here, but I wouldn't be at this point in my career if it wasn't for him, because he's really helped me come along as a player. So, I mean, studying film and getting to know the defense, he's really helped me out a lot.
Has it been more hard to kind of pick up the position stuff at linebacker, having, being a guy who's moved all over, or is it the physicality, or is it kind of both?
I think it's more of a defense concept, because last year I played on Scout D, and I was a safety last year.
Right.
But even on Scout D, they had me play linebacker, so I got used to the physicality part of it, in terms of practice. But I think it was just getting used to knowing what my assignment was and what I needed to do on this play in each defensive coverage. So I think that's basically what I need to know better.
I know, kind of in the moment it wasn't all that exciting because your touchdown came in a loss, but afterwards, did kind of family and friends congratulate you a lot on getting your first collegiate touchdown?
Yeah, I had a few text messages after that game. I was bummed that we lost. It was a team that we could have beat, but they're not. They're a pretty good team. They're like 5-2 now, so they're doing pretty good too. But yeah, I had a few texts, and so did my dad. And then I know a lot of people that were, some of my family were around. Like, I think one of my family members was up in Sheridan at a bar, and he saw it happen, and he yelled that was his nephew. And everyone started staring at him, and it was just kind of funny to hear stories like that.
Did you ever expect, as a linebacker, you get a touchdown so early into your career?
No, I wouldn't expect it. But that was, like I said, during that week, that was all because of our D-line getting pressure and forcing him into making a bad mistake. So,
what's it been like to see the kind of success the defense has had with takeaways this year? It seems like just one after another, they keep on coming.
It's all our hard work is paying off. We put a lot of hard work in, starting after the season last year and then into the summer. I mean, we worked really hard, and we wanted things like this to happen. Things needed to change, and so we took it on ourselves, and it's starting to pay off this year.
Do you take a little bit more pride in being actually a part of this program turnaround? Just being a kid from the state.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, Coach Bull tries to. Coach Christensen didn't really recruit Wyoming kids as much as Coach Bull, and Coach Bull made an emphasis that he wanted Wyoming kids in this program, and I think it's good for our state to have that. Those kids that are good enough to play at this level and have the opportunity to come play here is really unique, because it's the only in-state university. So to be able to come here and play football is pretty awesome.
At the game Friday, were you on the sideline, or where were you watching at?
Yeah, I was on the sideline. Yeah, hanging out with my mom and some friends.
Okay, cool. And were the players there excited to see you too, or do you have a lot of friends still in school?
I don't know a whole lot, but all the coaches were still there, so I was excited to see that.
They ask you for any tips on defense or linebackers or anything like that?
No, they just wish that we could still be playing out there for them. But that's just all fun and